Everyone raise your hand. Now I know you can. I expect you to ask questions. I know no more difficult job in the world as job hunting. And I just want to think about it for a minute. If you found some challenges in doing it, I've coached high-end sales reps with $8 to $10 million quota, and at least someone will hang up on them or tell them where to put it. Or say, don't email us again. But often in the job world, it's kind of this nebulous goo that you go into, and that's why wonderful structures like what's offered here is so important to give you a context and an environment to operate out of. Because if you were a high-end salesperson, you go, I have no problem cold calling, just ask them, so how are you in job hunting? And you'll find out that that's where they become humble. So if any of you have had a challenging time, you're in the toughest sales job you can have. And my advice with people job hunting that links right into LinkedIn is the most important thing is to view yourself as a product. It's a product that you're clear on its return on investment. And the key is you have to fall in love with that product to sell it. And be excited about the product called you to sell it. And most of us weren't trained that in high school. I surely didn't learn that. You know, well, you're too full of yourself. Or you're too exuberant. Or, Johnny, you need to calm down. But the key is you ever seen a great salesperson that's authentic and believable? I'm not talking about a con man. They really love what they're selling. And they're excited about it. And this is really tough when you're job hunting because you've got to keep generating this over and over. I had one client out of work for a year and she just goes, I'm starting to wonder if I made up these stories of what I've done in the past. But the beginning place in all this is the fundamentals of networking and the fundamentals of selling yourself and understanding ethical selling is providing the best return on investment for you and for me. Ethical selling is providing the best return on investment for my customer and for me. See, if it's only for the customer, then I won't stay in business. And if it's only for me, they're going to be pretty unhappy with the service provided. Well, I need you to think of yourselves as that, a product, a service. And it's okay if you don't feel that way. It's really okay in time to operate out of commitments and be aware of your feelings versus run by your feelings. Anyone relate to that? You probably sometimes don't feel like showing up right now, and some of you are worn down. So this is the beginning place to understand is you're the product. You're also the sales rep for the product. There is going to be no other sales rep better than you because if there's another person promoting you, they've got to get excited about promoting you. And if you go, well, I'm just not like it, get over it. Because this is about taking care of your family and your home and your life and people you care and love about. And it's most people, you know, the idea of being yourselves. I was thinking about having a bumper sticker that said, be anything but yourself. It'll be an upgrade. Because our self-image of ourselves usually is so small, we need to upgrade a little bit. So going from there, we're going to dig into a little bit of LinkedIn. And first of all, a little check, show of hands. How many people are not on LinkedIn right now? Okay, great. So first of all, your first coaching assignment is do that in the next few days. Because my personal experience is 4 out of 5 people that I know get employed, in some way it was related to LinkedIn. Second, put yourself in the employer's position. If he listed the job, he lost, or she. If they listed the job, they lost. Does anyone understand what I'm saying here? Have they ever been job hunting? You know what it's like when you list a job? Anyone try to get someone, hire someone? No one's ever hired anyone here? Remember we did the hand check? Good. Okay. So if they actually are listing the job, that's the first level of they've lost. You say, what are you talking about? Well, the first thing is if you want to fill the spot, you'd like to have a referral, an introduction, a warm connection before it's even on the charts. Wouldn't you, for those who have done it? Well, where are you going to go to? People you know and trust. People have taken time to connect and build relationships. You know, I had a guy say, well, I don't believe in LinkedIn. I did my profile. It hasn't done any good. And I don't believe in networking. I did that. It didn't do any good. And I said, you're an engineer, right? And please, I'm not just picking on all engineers. So, I said, you're an engineer. He said, yeah. And I said, let me guess. You worked at a company for 13 years. You got laid off. You contacted a friend you hadn't talked to in maybe 14 years. And you asked him to help you out finding a job. He looked kind of embarrassed, and he went, actually, it was 12 years and 11. I said, well, that's begging, that's not network. If you haven't got networking before, it's not something you get to stop. Helping and connecting to other people should be like waking up and putting your clothes on. It's a thing you need to be building all along, because I want to see you all get a job and then have other jobs offered to you ongoingly with that job. And I literally have done this with people in coaching where we got it where he goes, I'm getting a job offer once a month. I said, that's good, right? Because I want to stay here for several years. Who cares? We don't know what's going to happen. So this is the attitude you need to have as a fundamental.